Hey, good people, it's your man EG with the EG My Journey podcast. We got a great guest on today, my brother, my friend. I'll tell you a little bit more about him in just a minute. But for now, hold on. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right. It's another show here today, episode number 3. We in the building. I got my friend, my brother, like I said before, Shaun Snyder, man of many accolades and much reverence and revere. He's looking crazy like, what are you talking about? We're going to get into it in just a second. I'll let you know. You're going to see it. So again, this is without our faces, but with his. So he is Mr. Shaun Snyder. He's the founder and CEO of Jarware. Just a reminder, you need to go and check him out. Here's all of the information. It's just a reminder where at gmail.com. And here's some of his social media links. So take a screenshot or whatever. I'm going to bring it back up a little bit later. But for right now, we're going to get rid of it. And we just going to see him. What it do?
What's good?
You say what's good. I'm on you now.
What?
I'm on you. I didn't change the face and all that. Look, here we go. Wait, hold up. Here we go. Bam! Shaun Snyder in the building, y'all.
Yeah.
He in the building.
What's good?
All is well. All is well. So I'm gonna tell y'all why it's so important for me to have him on. And for the title of this this podcast in itself is the shared journey. The shared journey, man, this journey has been amazing. I think we met probably we met probably about 5, maybe 6 years ago.
You talking about the original?
The original, yeah.
Nah,
it was
almost 10.
Wow.
Because my baby girl was playing
at
softball at the time
at the park. Yeah,
she'd have been like 9. She'd have been like 9, 10 years old at the time.
Yeah.
She's about to be 18. So
oh wow. Wow. Okay.
Our official introduction.
That was the official one.
No. That wasn't the official one. The official one. That was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Yeah, so yeah, we met in the barbershop by our barber, Aaron.
We met in the barbershop for the second time.
Check this out. He didn't even know who I was, but something made me know who he was. I don't even know what it was that made me know, but we pulled it together, and man, it's been history ever since then. It's been nothing but history and love. Because that first meeting, you know, I've heard later on that he didn't really want to be bothered with me.
You or your wife?
You
or your wife?
He didn't want to be bothered with either one of us.
Either one.
And there's extenuating circumstances behind that.
Valid background reasons why I was not into at all.
Well,
me.
Thank God for the later date.
Thank God for Aaron and Def Cut Barbershop.
Hey, I'll take it. But nevertheless, man, I see, and he also told me about that nevertheless. So I told y'all I'm trying to be better every day. So I'm trying not to say the same things over and over. But once you get behind this mic and behind this camera, man, things become different. It's nevertheless. But he's one of the people that I make effort to keep around me, because I don't like people around me that are that'll cater to me. I want people that's gonna tell me about me, that's gonna be 100, gonna keep it all the way above. And that's what he does for me, and that's why he has become a brother. I was in a season when Shaun came around in my life. I was in a season of no new friends.
Word.
Right. I think
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was like, nah, I don't mean doing that.
Yeah, nobody knew was coming in. And, you know, for years, I had been a person of sharing attributes that I had, you know, sharing things like
just information.
Just information. Yeah, I'd always been a sharer of information. And this day, it was actually on some information type sharing stuff. You know, and it was related to
what you mean
his brand.
The second meet?
The one at the barbershop.
It wasn't even information. It was services.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, because it wasn't information at the time.
I hadn't even started doing this yet. Like,
Right.
it was an
Oh, I
idea.
remember. Y'all, forgive me. I just got over COVID, man. So I still got a little cough, but all is well. Don't he's smacking his lips. It's all is well. Let's go.
It is. I'm listening. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying
See this
nothing.
right here. This is every day for us. That's why this one is kind of easier, because we banter, we talk about everything every day. We don't miss time or whatever. And if somebody don't talk to somebody in the day, it's a problem.
Yeah.
And we call each other and let each other know.
What you doing? Nothing.
Right.
I ain't doing. I'm chilling. Oh, all right.
Nigga, why you ain't call me?
Just checking.
Why you holler at your people? Y'all ain't heard from you and whatever. And that's what I appreciate, about this brother. But yeah, it was about services. And
services I need. I was gonna be needing real soon.
mhm.
Like I hadn't even started. Jar was just I'm not gonna say just, but it was an
Fledgling.
idea. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I hadn't. There was nothing concrete. There was just ideas and prints drawn down on paper.
That was.
But I mean, as far as actually putting it on somebody and putting it on myself, it wasn't.
Word.
I hadn't even got to the point of figuring out somebody to print it up, how it was gonna get printed up, none of that. And then we start talking in the barbershop.
Right.
And you start talking. The conversation turned to, oh yeah, I do such and such. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I got this going on. Well, yeah, well, look, I'll let men.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Right. And then what?
About two orders later, he was offering me a press and to do it myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never been a person to believe that if I got a relationship with you, that
this thing you said. You said, bro, I see you serious.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just bullshitting and just doing anything. Like, you serious about doing this. So he was like, look, let me do this for you.
Right.
I got this for you. I got this. You can take that. And then I ended up holding on to that press for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And never used it because I think it was like the handle or something was broken on
Yeah.
it.
It's the box. The box on it is power box.
Ended up coming right back here and been here ever since.
And I'm gonna tell y'all, there's nobody else. I mean, nobody else that has open reign to the shop. This dude got keys. He got, you know what I'm saying? He got keys to the shop, the studio, you name it. That's just the relationship that we have, because I'm all about, the progression of any man, but most definitely any black man, in progression of life, but I'm always willing. I'm willing to help anybody, man. Well, let me say I was willing to help.
Oh, it's still no new friends. But,
yeah, it's still no new friends. I'm not accepting right now because right now I'm focused on me, and and it was a good thing because, and we'll segue into why it's a good thing right here. It's a good thing because at this point I started to get deeper into my sickness journey, and I really didn't have time for anything or anybody else. I was just really trying to get healthy and heal, and that was what was so important. That was important for me to have certain people around. And we're missing one of our banditos. We're missing Aaron, and we have something that's going to be extra special for y'all that's coming out. We don't know when. We putting it together right now. But we will be coming out. It'll be titled Neck of the Woods. It's another podcast, and it's kind of gonna be raunchy, and it's we gonna be there.
Raunchy.
We gonna be there. We going wherever it takes us. It's not gonna be, this is more directed towards the journey of man, not just my journey, but the journey of man, and for assistance and aid and helping folk. But what's coming, I think it's going to be nuts because the camaraderie that we have with one another, along with the stupidity that we carry when we with each other, is it's absolutely amazing. It's just some basic ignorance. You
don't do nothing else, you're gonna laugh.
Oh, you're gonna be beyond laugh because then we
learn something.
Yeah, you will learn something every time, and that's the good part about it. And and yeah, have we seen that podcast before? Yeah, but you haven't seen the three of us. you know, and just keep your ears open for neck of the woods. So, again, back into my health journey, it is once I went into the hospital, and I'm gonna run backwards too because I just want to touch this part first. As me going in the hospital, these brothers were integral in sharing this, giving this shared energy, sharing that good energy that I needed. You've heard me talk about it before if you've listened to any of the other podcasts, that the biggest thing that I needed, that I was desiring, was good energy from good people, um, to come into that hospital and to see me. It was different, and it was a lot going on, and unfortunately, but fortunate for me, because I had, what I feel is my brother in the room. I didn't even know he was in the room, but when I was going through one of those crisis moments, he was right there. And I didn't find out he was in the room until later on.
Damn, so I want to
So talk to me about, what you saw, and how you felt in what mode did that put you in.
be. You want me to start from that moment, or do I need to go back a little bit?
You can go wherever.
You were in Tulane,
No.
not Tulane, Austin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the problem with that was, first and foremost, like you said, since about 2019, we've been rocking.
Right.
So, they say sometimes people that have been in your life, people that have been in your life 3 months have better intentions for you than people that have been in your life 3 years.
Absolutely.
Well, so since from 2019, once I kind of really got running with y'all,
Yeah.
you started helping me. The relationship grew quickly. You know what I'm saying? So it was
Word.
like I have two brothers already, like two natural brothers already, but I have a few brothers that different fathers, different mothers.
Right.
So at that point, by the time like this situation kicked back up, heavy like it was, we were already to that point. Like I'm already coming in.
Right.
You already gave me access to the spot.
Right.
So everything was cool. So it was like that in itself, and that you had to go back and threw me back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then what made it even worse was me wanting to come and see you,
Right.
let you know I was there, was made 100 times harder because the same hospital you was at was the same hospital my dad was at.
Yeah.
Not even a month and a half before he passed. So it was like, man, I fought coming to see you for at least 2-3 days.
Right. I know.
Like, dog, I'm not coming there. Like, I don't even want to be in that space or that
Right.
area. But then once I did come, it was just like I was happy I came because again, like I said, it put my mind at ease to an extent because even though like you and your sister talked about, they didn't have any answers for y'all.
Right.
Me
Yeah.
being able to see you and put my eyes on you and see you moving around, see D'Amica, see your sister, they're making sure that you were straight. I was like, all right, cool.
Made you feel better. Made you
Yeah.
feel more comfortable.
More at ease
Yeah.
about the situation.
Exactly.
But the hilarious part was, which some people like, how is that hilarious? Like you said, you didn't even know I was there, but you awoke.
Right. Oh yeah.
It's not like you were asleep the entire time I was there. The problem was you tell me you'd say one or two sentences, and then close out.
Just nod off.
I'm sitting there talking
Yeah.
to you, then I start talking to D, and you sit up,
Like
say something
I
else,
ain't never went.
like you wasn't asleep the last 2 minutes. Like, man, this man here crazy. But again, when you woke up, you either had something slick, something funny to say, and again, like I said, that, and again, the crazy thing for me even having to repeat this is like, it's crazy for me to keep saying you put me at ease.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
I wasn't going through shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you was the one laid up in the hospital, plugged up, stuck up, out your top, out your mind, and I'm going, man, all right, he's still playing around, he's still an asshole.
He gonna still be here.
We
He
good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I ain't got to deal with it. I ain't got to worry about this shit no more because again, like you said, a year after we really met,
Yeah.
Pops passed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was just like in that moment, especially within like that year and a half after that, it was just like, nah, I'm not. I don't know. We're not doing this. Like,
Yeah.
nah, we can't do this. Leaving and
Right.
like, nah, you gotta deal with this shit. You get the fuck up out here.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. That's the headspace I was at.
Word.
And every time you be like, well, bro, man, well, bro, my ass. Like, nah, we not. Nah, man. You need to shake this shit off and get the fuck out here.
Yeah, and move on and come on home so we can get back to getting back to
this business and this creating that we've been doing. Like,
right.
we hadn't gotten to like a nice little rhythm in the sense of just bouncing ideas off, like the
Absolutely.
stuff that you had going on, stuff I had going on, stuff we was talking about doing as a collective.
Right.
It was like, it wasn't
Just moving.
shit was like lyrics like picking up.
Yeah.
And it was like all of a sudden it was
boom,
this.
punch in the throat.
So it was like, nah. Like I said, it wasn't even so much about, like I said, the stuff we had been talking about. It was in the sense of, like I said, just the relation. You know what I'm saying? Like the family aspect of it. Just again, at this point, man, I'm solid with the whole family at this point.
Everybody.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
we're not doing this, but you need to get your shit together.
And that for me was it was necessary. So let me ask you this. When you was that the first time you came or the second time? When did you come when I was going through that crisis moment and I think you showed up or something like that? Was that the second time or third time? I don't even know how many times you came.
That was the second time.
Okay.
I actually came 3, but I only saw you twice.
Okay.
Because that time, the second time when the crisis was happening, I didn't walk in the room. Because when I got there, the doors closed. They had like 2, 3, 4 doctors in there.
Yeah.
All your whole protective hood squad was in there.
Right.
I wasn't going in there. Like,
Right.
I kind of listened from the door for a little while. And
I don't want to catch
like,
those swings on accident.
And on top of that, I didn't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, the few conversations we already had while you in there, none of it was ever really positive in the sense of like, are they figuring it out? Or they on track to figure it out? Like, nah, as kept saying, they just trying shit out. Like,
just trying. Yeah, they
so
were
I was
just
like, nah.
I was a stuck pig, you know.
Yeah, I ended up leaving. Like, I ain't stick. Like, I was like, nah.
And I think that those times is where it was probably would have been the harshest for anybody to be around and to hear, because that's when I was really out there, like screaming, like really in pain, like real live pain. And it was like, I say this, I remember the situation, but I don't remember the pain, which is a blessing. I think that is the blessing upon blessings, because I know as much as that's some pain that I don't want to know or I don't want to see or hear or ever again.
Right.
Again, in the last podcast, I likened it to childbirth. Just how women say
Listen,
they have a kid and they don't know what the pain feel like.
It's the thing. I don't think, especially women, I don't think they truly understand how big the male ego is.
Yeah.
So for you to be in so much pain that you're screaming,
yeah.
That, and again, I'm not gonna go as far as you did. I'm not gonna be that crazy. Go as far as you did, like into childbirth. I don't know what that like.
Well, I mean, I just said that because of what I heard.
I understand, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna make the same mistake and say it.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this: most times,
yeah,
like we've had this conversation before. If we are really in like some pain or something like that, the male ego, you'll be like, "Man, look, I'm good."
Yeah, suppress.
You hurting. You'll even take something for it, but the outward expression of the pain,
yeah,
you're not doing that.
And that's how it is today. I know in the hospital I was having pains, but I wouldn't say anything. I mean, I would say something when I was asked, but I'm just a person that I don't want to complain. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, my back hurt, or oh, my toe hurt. I just don't want to do that. Because especially if there's nothing that can be done. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, I know.
So so going back to this situation, again, I told you we're gonna go to another part. This had to be difficult, being a friend and a brother to come up on it, and not just that part, but just period. Even when I was, because I've imagined maybe you or Aaron or my boys Terry and Gerard. If they were in the hospital, I've tried to imagine where I would be and how that would make me feel. You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine being there with somebody so close and me not being able to help.
Listen, it's a I don't even know how to even put it, but it's a feeling that I don't think anyone wants or ever or could even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Because again, whether it's blood or not,
Yeah.
it's just family, somebody that you really care about. Like to see them in a space like that, and everything in you wants to do whatever you possibly can to fix it or to make it better or to help it along. But then everything in you is also telling you you don't have the means or the resources to do it. So it's just like you're literally stuck there trying to be supportive and positive at the same time while dealing with your own shit because you know you can't really bring it out loud because
Right.
I'm not the one dealing with none of this. Like I'm not the
Right.
one laid up in this bed, all these tools pulled out. We're doing blood transfusions every other day.
Right.
I ain't doing that, so I don't know what that's. I don't. Well, my little feelings, my little emotions.
Right.
That ain't shit compared to what. Because again, like when I had my back surgery, it was the same thing. People like, oh, it's in the third. Nah, you don't know nothing. Because
Right.
until you sneeze and your whole body from your neck down is in pain
Exactly.
because you sneezed,
Right.
you don't understand. So it's like for me, even seeing you like that was just like, I know what it is. I know what's going on, but
Circumstances are different.
like I can't. There's nothing I
Even
can do.
though I went through my own situation.
No, no, no. I'm saying in the sense of just even knowing like what your circumstances in the sense of
Gotcha.
not even the pain part, like just knowing that it's the blood, it's the, I'm saying the cancer, all that. Like I know what this shit is,
Right.
but there's nothing I can do. Like there's
Right.
nothing. There's not even a suggestion I can make in the sense of like, oh, man, go take some of this, man, go smoke your weed.
Right.
Now that would help, but it ain't gonna help because
Right.
it's
Right.
just
No
gonna be
doubt.
a temporary
You a
ease.
melodramatic
Yeah,
break.
you know what I'm saying. But it's
Yeah.
not gonna be nothing that's gonna actually, in the sense of, to my knowledge, kick off the healing process of getting rid of whatever it is foolishness is in your body that needs to come out. Like that ain't gonna do none of that. But I know
Right.
it's gonna give you a little temporary ease, but it's like, well, what am I supposed to, what about beyond that temporary part?
Yeah.
And that's the part that I think a lot of people don't know or they run away from when it comes to that situation. Like I said, I did a lot of running when it came to you too, but my main part of my running was your location. Like once you came
Right.
home,
Right.
I'm good. I come sit outside with your little tender weak ass on the porch, acting like you about to just fall out.
I was about to snap, man. I was so small. I was 54 pounds down,
Ooh,
and this cab he just ribbed the whole time. I
ooh, you
mean,
look like a crackhead.
oh man.
I
Eh,
thought our head was the same size.
no.
Compared to your body,
Right,
your
right.
head look as big as mine.
Oh Lord, Lord, and this head right there.
Hey, listen, bro.
Woo.
They got old elderly people maturing. We listen. Don't make me tell you something I ain't got no business
All
telling
right,
you.
well don't. Yeah, and whoever listens to us, that's on them. They know what they get.
I don't think they do because you kind of
I'm just saying.
clean cut.
Yeah, I keep it clean on
All
here.
right.
I'm always clean. I keep it clean all the time, buddy.
Out in public, you
Yeah. That's cold,
do. Out in
son.
public, you do.
That's cold. So look, you mentioned your back. You know, when did you go through your back issues? You could actually do that right now if you wanted.
That's like the initial part of it started my senior year in high school. Like I can literally, matter of fact, I can almost tell you the exact day it happened.
Yeah.
My brother's birthday is on. Yeah, so it was the Wednesday after Mardi Gras.
Okay.
We were on break. Senior year had practice.
Somewhere around February, March.
It was middle of March, middle of February.
Okay.
February, I think like February 17th. If I'm not mistaken.
Gotcha.
Literally practicing, do a move, disruption.
For basketball, you're doing
Varsity
practice.
basketball at John Eric.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
this goes out. My partner's got to drive me home because I can't even drive my car home.
Yeah.
Like,
Sheesh.
so when I end up going to the doctor, I had a ruptured disc
Yeah.
around L4, L5. Had outpatient surgery like maybe a week or two. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Probably about a month, 2 months later, because I ended up going to school for 2 months, walking bent over because I couldn't stand up straight.
Man.
Like even days I thought I was like stand, like I couldn't. So it was like that was then. The second surgery was 2011. I actually ended up hurting my back in 2007, New Year's Day, working for Coke.
So that was 90,
99
99,
to
07,
and then I had a second surgery in
11.
11.
Now, for those of you that don't understand or have never had back problems, man, you can have one piece of something that is just ails you just a little bit on your with your back, man. That thing stops everything in your body.
Oh man, check this out. That second surgery, I had to stay in the hospital for like 2-3 days. 'Cause it was the second time. It was my L. It was L4, L5, S1. It was the bottom four. The first one was L3, L4.
Yeah,
The second one was two discs, L4, L5, S1. Like they had me on breathing treatments and everything. The craziest thing is you don't realize how important your back is until, like I said, you actually heard it in the sense of
it's the base of your body.
they'll give me breathing treatments, and the breathing treatment was giving me chills.
Yeah,
So slightest shake,
yeah,
sent shockwaves through the whole body. So it was like if I sneezed or if I
man.
whatever, like that shit was terrible. Like it's
I mean,
not.
and it's and even in that, it goes to show you how violent things happen in our body. Like a sneeze is probably one of the most violent acts that our body can go through.
Right.
So you think about having an issue with your back and you sneeze and it just break you to pieces. And, and again, and that's the reason for this show, my journey. You're not alone because now you can hear Shaun's story and you can relate to it. So go ahead, look, send us some comments, some what have you. We're gonna go ahead and answer. Uh, and we're gonna come back and do whatever we do. But again, going back to just general ailment is we got to be mindful. I have another show that's going to be coming up with my care team that I promise you is going to happen, and it's the importance of an advocate, and how important it is to have an advocate while you're in the hospital, because especially men. Well, let me say I can't speak for all men. I can speak for me, because a lot of things that go on, I'll be like, oh, okay, it's all right, whatever. Man, my team was like, no, ain't no whatever. This not happening. That's not happening. So
Some of them thugs, yeah.
them thugs, yeah, them boy, they was something. But man, I appreciate them. I appreciate them so much. Um, but anyway, back to the journey. So another thing that I told you we were going to talk about was, and Shaun alluded to it, and it was being that his father was in the same hospital not long before. So I really want to kind of break off into this, and I've talked about it a little bit, but not as much. And this is one of the reasons that this is called the shared journey. So not only did we share with my brother coming in, and he, you know, shared his energy with me and made sure I was good, far and near, not just him. Aaron did the same thing. It's so many other people. But this on this end, it's been kind of a touchy for the both of us, and I really really appreciate you for taking the time to come to that hospital. Nobody knows how hard it is or how hard it was. I don't care how much you tell them. I don't care how much you relay the message to them. They'll never, ever, ever know.
They look like sleeping in them, laying in that bed, in them four walls, and anybody else can get their ass up and go walk off anytime they choose.
Yeah.
You stuck there. Yeah.
Right there, exactly. And then I remember seeing pictures of Pops in the gear while he was in the hospital, and you and Xavier around him, and I and it was just you can see the camaraderie and the love there. So to be able and to be able to go to have to go back there, well, you didn't have to, but I guess to some degree you had to. You felt like you had to, but to go back into that same situation where things were muddy. You didn't know. Just like my sister said, Marlo, she said, when I said I didn't think I was going to come out sometimes, she said, neither did we. you know, that uncertainty, man, that's uncertainty. And then you had just gone through that, man, that was, you know, and for me, that's why I'm so grateful for you coming there. You know, that just shows me that you love me, like, for real.
I mean, it's probably the first time I ever told you that though. But like, when I heard I say that
Yeah.
on that last episode, I was like, shit. Like, yeah. Like, there was a couple of times, like, I was just like, man, hold up. Like I told you,
Right.
in my head, it's to the point where, like, I'm seeing what it's hitting for.
Right.
Like I said, after being there a couple of times, then, like you just said, with Pops being in that same space. You know, Pops ain't passed, though, but, I mean, he passed not too long after being in that motherfucker.
But
So it was just
still,
like,
it's still the reminder of what it is.
right. So it was just like, yeah, dude, that was, like, that thought did cross. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little shocked when sis admitted that, because it was something I think I had been trying to keep to myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, yeah, there were a couple moments I was like, hold up, like this shit.
Yeah.
That's when getting the report from your ass telling me they don't know nothing. They can't tell me this. They doing this. They didn't gave me this, and not this acting up. And I'm like, man, hold up, fucking around with these people. These people gonna fuck around and kill my dog before they even figure out what the actual problem is. But yeah, that's especially when you yeah, that's not a good space to be.
Right. But again, you know, I can't say it enough how much I appreciate the fact that you showed up in the midst of, you know, I've had people tell me, very, very close people, and you know, some people I called for them to there you go, boom pow.
Boom, bam.
I called for them to come, and you know, I was like, man, I need to see you. I need your energy. And they didn't come. And don't get me wrong, I understand why. You know, a couple of these people that I'm so close with, you know, they were just like, I can't see you like that. And you know, I gotta give everybody their own means and the way they do things. Am I like that? Nah, that's not my thing. But for the people that did, or for the people that didn't, more or less for the people that didn't, you know, I ain't mad. I'm just appreciative for all the people that did. And unfortunately, I couldn't remember everybody. So when they tell me, man, well, I remember, man, I came to that hospital, man, and you came to the hospital?
Bro, a couple of times said walk up in there and they didn't pump you with whatever they didn't pump you with.
Yeah.
You trying to talk to people with one eye open, other one half closed. You get like one or two sentences in, then you lay your head back
I
and
mean,
then you
gone.
crash for 2 minutes and open that one eye like you've been woke the entire time. Like, man, listen, no.
I've been here.
Oh, you was here.
I heard y'all.
No, you didn't.
Bullshit. I
You
ain't hear
heard
nothing.
shit.
But again, man, it's so getting back to what I was talking about as far as the depth of the shared journey. So I remember the night or the day that your father passed, and you know, I felt some kind of way. I was like, man, like, and I never met your dad. I never met him, but I knew you. You know what I'm saying? My relationship was with you, even though I still never met your mama. But
You know what it's hitting for them.
yeah, but I still got an affinity for her.
Right.
You know, like if I see your mom out in the public, I'm running up to her and I'm hugging her and kissing her, and she's gonna be like, "Who is this? Who the hell is this?" Man, and then I know once I tell her who I am, she's gonna be like, "Oh, okay,"
Yeah.
and it's gonna be all love. So
even they ain't mentioned, everybody knew who he is.
right, and it did. You know, that, like, of course, Xavier, he didn't know who I was, and I made him know who I was. It comes to, and he was just like, "Oh," and to mention Xavier is his younger brother, the youngest actually. But nevertheless, so when Pops passed, you know, I'm doing what I can, you know, to be a good friend. And, you know, one of the things I mentioned, I said, you know, because I'm a graphic designer by trade, for those of you that don't know. I said, let me do the design for your programs. Let me design and print the program. And so it was all good. You know, here it was.
Yeah, Pops passed on the 20th of February.
Yeah, 28th of February. And the funeral was the 14th of March.
Yeah, 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. But on the 13th, I was working on the program. And this would, the very first person I called once this happened was Shaun. Because I couldn't I really couldn't compute what was happening. But that night, because the I was a little behind in the program to get it done, because the funeral was in the morning.
Yeah.
But that night at 7, I think it was like 7:21 or 7:41.
It was down to 8 o'clock.
Right. I get a phone call telling me that my oldest child, my son, had just been murdered.
And that's crazy because you talking about how you didn't meet Pops. Oh, when
you didn't get to meet him.
Oh, when Tavon came home,
yeah,
he was begging for him. Like most of the time he come in, he be gone by the time I got here. And the one time he was here when I came here, I was like, I don't know, he was doing something up. I had to come press up some stuff and then go run right back out to go deliver, whatever the case may be. But I never got the chance to go walk in the house and actually meet Tate.
Right.
And that all that happened probably within either right before or right after Pops passed. So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna catch up with. As a matter of fact, it had been before Pops passed. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna catch up with him next time. He had somewhere to go. I had somewhere to go.
Right.
And then push come to shove, like he busy doing this thing because he home, he fresh home. He gonna see his baby. He gonna do all the shit he gotta go do.
Absolutely.
I was like, man, catch him.
Right. And I was kind of adamant, like, you need to meet, I want you to meet my boy, and I was telling my son, you got to meet Uncle Shaun, and he was like, another Uncle Shaun?
Yeah, right.
Because I got a couple of them. But nevertheless, you heard that?
What?
Nevertheless.
Man, listen.
I used it.
You're gonna use it 8 more times in the next 20 minutes?
There's a one time.
No, that's third.
No, in the whole broadcast. That was the pre stuff we did.
That counts.
No, we don't. Anyway, this is what we go through all the time right here.
This joke for him.
Simple banter. But nevertheless, dang, he got me. Anyway,
you can't even talk without using it.
He didn't get an opportunity. Shut up. He didn't get an opportunity to meet him, and just like myself with Pops. And it was all so surreal and ironic. When I got the phone call, I hung the phone up. What the young lady that called me, Irie. Shout out to Irie. And I sat there for, I want to even say a whole minute, a full minute, because I called Shaun before I called my wife, before I called my nephew, who I called in order to kind of break it through to my middle sister, Delise. And because I kind of wanted all of that to be, I really just didn't have the time to deal with it. And I didn't call anybody until I talked to the girl again. So after I got off the phone with Shaun, then I called the young lady back, and she was like, yeah, it's confirmed. Of course she wasn't this calm. She was hysterical. Sweet, beautiful young lady. Who my wife and I absolutely adore. But nevertheless, 3. Dang.
Hey, look, check this out. Everybody out there watching or paying attention, whatever platform you checking this out on. I got an idea for y'all. Y'all want to make this fun. Y'all can make this a shot. Y'all can make this a shot game. Every time this Negro sitting, nevertheless, take a shot. And I guarantee you're gonna be drunk by the time it's over with.
I'm not saying it no more.
He just said that three neverthelesses ago.
Anyway,
the
show must go on.
Bet.
So now I'm watching what I say.
Oh man, talk, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. They're gonna be drunk, not you.
Sure enough.
Right. They're gonna be the ones having the funky good time.
Yo, have a funky good time.
Yeah. Good and lit.
So anyway, as all this was going on, I dealt with that night. I went out, I had to go out to the scene. And
you went out that night?
Huh?
You went out there that night? That night?
Yeah, I had to.
All right.
I had to, I couldn't get in contact with his mother. And I didn't know, anybody else that was, I really wasn't, I couldn't think. I was in a stupor,
Right.
and once I got there, I saw his uncle, and he kind of led me to, through to the with the police as I got there. But anyway, I my point in saying, after I dealt with all of Tavon's, all of that night with my son's uh, death, I had to go back home,
Man.
finish this funeral program, and leave my house and go and print it.
Say, bro.
And
Listen.
I had to because, and let me just say that I had to do that because of my relationship with you. And if it had not been done, I knew it would have been all right under the circumstances. But nevertheless,
niggas ain't need no program.
Y'all about to get drunk because you about to take a shot.
Or take you another one.
So I had to, because of how I felt about you, I had to get it done. And by any means necessary.
I'm gonna tell you the same way you said about how you appreciate me coming to the hospital when you was going through your circumstances. Dude, like in all honesty, in my mind, and I didn't talk to my mom and my brother about that shit after you called me and told me what happened to Tate. I was like, there's a possibility we might not even get these programs.
Yeah.
And all three of us was good with it because again, first and foremost, you volunteered and took time out. Like you ain't asked me for no money or nothing like that. You just took time out yourself and got it done. But then on top of that, it's like, man, your firstborn gets killed the night before the other services, and you trying to do this. Like, dog, there's no way possible for me to feel any kind of way about you not finishing that. Like even if you only did half of it and got it out, like it would have been cool because like that's my pops and his pops funeral and all that good shit. But like, dude, you just lost your firstborn. Like your firstborn, your oldest son, like home, and like that. I'm talking about the night before, and then dog, you still not only did you go back home and get it done, dog, you made it to the church in enough time for me to have them out, for me to get them from you. You and Mika came.
Yeah.
Like I said, both of y'all showed up. Like y'all ain't stay, but fuck, I ain't need y'all to stay. Like seeing y'all faces, like I didn't even about the program. Just seeing y'all faces and y'all saying what y'all saying, going through what the hell y'all were like. This not even 24 hours. Like when I saw you again after Tay happened. This is literally at the church right before the funeral.
Right.
It's not even 24 hours.
Right. No.
So it's like this. That in itself was. I was like, dog. From that point forward, like, dog, good with me. Like, if we wasn't already solidified at that point as family, like, that's what that was. Like, dog, they got cats in my family. Like, not to get no specific shit like that, but like people that is blood, my nigga, to the point where nothing.
Right.
And I'm not even talking about like food, money. I mean nothing. Nothing, dog. Like nothing. Not even a man. I heard what happened to your dad, my uncle, my whatever. You know what I'm saying? And say nothing. Like, dog, like y'all was forever good in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, y'all made it in time. Like it wasn't like I got that late. Like, because you say you to stay up all night, you go check on your son first, and then stay up all night doing that shit. It was like, dog, yeah, it was close. I got cut close to it not making it, but shit, it made it. So I was satisfied. I was just like, nigga, I was satisfied and highly appreciative.
Yeah.
Of just, you know what I'm saying, the effort that you and me could put in going through what y'all were going through yourselves.
Right. And and that's something that you can't even, nobody knows how they're gonna act or how they're gonna react in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what your psyche is gonna be. You don't have a clue.
None.
And there's actually no way to know. Because if you ask me, even now, after it's been done, I'm gonna say, nah, I won't be able to do that. I can tell you, nah, I ain't gonna. But here it is. When the chips fell,
you had to.
It was like, it wasn't even a thought for me. Like it wasn't even a thought not to get it done.
I mean, I think I told you, I was like, oh, you can't, don't trip.
Right. No, you did.
He was like, nah, bro. I told him I'm gonna do it.
Right. Again, like if you my family, and that's That's just the way it is. And so from there, these shared journeys just kept on moving. It's just one thing after another, and it would just seem to be,
It made that shit even worse though. I ain't gonna say worse, but more chaotic was the simple fact that all that happened right before the pandemic kicked off.
no, that was the first day of quarantine.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, March 13th.
I thought the first day was that Monday.
No, March
The 16th.
March 13th, 2020.
So it wasn't official.
That was that Friday.
But they didn't kick it in. They didn't start making people do shit until the 16th.
No.
We at the church, no mask, no nothing.
No, the Friday. It was that Friday.
But I'm saying, but they didn't put it. They didn't put it into full effect until that Monday. Huh?
No, it was
school ended. School got canceled Monday. The first day of school got canceled Monday.
It was that Friday. The same day Breonna Taylor got killed.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, she just got killed a couple hours later.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the day, man. I remember earlier in that week leaving Tulane, leaving school, and them telling us that, hey, look, this is it. We're gonna be going online, and and that's the thing that I remember most. That it was that first day of quarantine.
Yeah, we snuck. Here's the thing. We like, in so many words, if that's the case, then we snuck in my pop's funeral. I guess before they got a chance to actually put out the regulations and shit.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a limit on people that were there. When nobody walking around with masks on, when nobody walking around with hand sanitizer.
Right.
Like at that point, it hadn't even really kicked in, like in people's mind, like what they were dealing with. So this, like we were loose.
And what was crazy was, like a couple days later, my boy Gerard, he's the pastor. He was doing a family member's funeral, and they literally walked in the church,
put them people out,
and shut it down, shut the funeral down.
Yeah, they did.
And that was before my son's funeral.
Right. It was.
And so we had capacity. I think we had a capacity of 50. We didn't really
at all
care.
Didn't adhere to it at all.
I didn't care. I personally, I didn't care at all. Now, there were some things that happened intermittently that I did not want to happen because it drew too much attention.
It's my outside.
Yeah. But nevertheless, get drunk. Go ahead and get you another sip.
That's fine. Hey, all of y'all just joining us. We got a shot game going on. Shot, whatever you want to call that.
Shot.
Yeah, every time Mr. George here says, nevertheless, take a shot. Y'all gonna be drunk by the time it's over.
Anyway, sheesh, I'm going to read the dictionary tonight.
Nah, my nigga. Hey, brother, that's your catchphrase. No,
I don't want it to be.
Nevertheless.
Anyway, I'm going to make a T-shirt that say nevertheless.
You should.
I guess you got to drink again.
Yep.
6.
It's 6, huh? God damn.
So anyway, man, it was
You said they gonna die.
Yeah, y'all all gonna die. All y'all gonna die.
Hey, straight alcohol poisoning. Y'all better stop that shit. He gonna say it again in the next 2-3 minutes. Watch.
Well, yeah, that Kenny. I see you.
Hey, look, at this
I see
point,
you, chef.
At this point, I'd say just cause y'all won't play a game.
I was about to.
You motherfuckers want to play a game? Y'all all gonna be this bitch.
Show you. I'm gonna show you Casamigos.
Shit is drunk. Yeah.
Twisted.
Yeah, keep playing. But man.
I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I really wanted to share this part of the journey because it's so important that we share our thoughts and our experiences. Well, let me say this. It's important for me, and that's the purpose of the EG My Journey podcast.
Right.
To share my journey so that someone else can, be blessed from it. My sister gave me a slogan, man. Let me pull it up because I definitely don't remember, but it was tough, and I will remember. I'm gonna put it to my brain.
You're a little older now, brother.
I'm a little older, but
I'm gonna take a few more.
I'm gonna put it to my brain though. Here it is. It says, "I'm giving you my journey so you can travel, so you can better travel yours." That's dope.
It is.
That's the purpose of the EG My Journey podcast, to give you my journey so you can better travel yours. Man, I like that. Might put that on a t-shirt too.
But listen, I mean, it all goes back to like when they show you like a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
They got the alpha dog
Mhm.
when that leads the pack. Like they said, nobody in the rest of the pack will ever know how hard of a journey that they all took was, except for him.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that, like, especially like, are you talking about wolves in the wild in the snow somewhere?
Yeah.
He's the one that has to walk through that snow
Word.
to open up that path to everybody else, even
To
though it's a
lead.
long walk for them too.
Right.
It's not the same effort being put out.
No, because there's no resistance in front of them.
All right, so it's like she said with that quote, you know what I'm saying, telling mine so that you can better live yours. It's the fact of, yeah, you still gotta walk this path. You still gotta take this road to this whatever destination you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
But you don't have the same resistance that I did. Like, at this point, me giving you some of my missteps, some of the lessons I've learned, it keeps you from having to run into that wall at all, or not as fast at full speed.
Or not as hard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it has to be that way. And I don't think people always understand that, because sometimes people don't always tell you in the moment how helpful your information is, whether it's just your experience or just the gem or some knowledge that you have. They don't always tell you, because sometimes they don't even realize how valuable it is in that moment.
Sometimes they're just in awe.
Right. They don't even know it, because like if somebody that's listening to this is going through the same thing you went through, right? They, in the moment, them hearing you talk about it, it's cool, it's comfortable, it's nice to hear that somebody else is going through it. But it's not until they actually take the lessons that you've learned, that you give them, and actually apply them through their own journey, that they realize, man, just how important that was. Because I remember hearing him saying he was in that hospital howling and screaming in the
33 days.
Right, but he was in there for 33 days in all kind of pain. But me, I should got cut down to like 20. Yeah. And I wasn't in this bad with pain because I already knew what to look for. I already knew what could come, and I gave my doctors or whoever a heads up.
And you were able to have, like the next show, it's going to be about advocates. You were able to have advocates. Yeah. You knew how important it was. You were able to have people around you that would be able to give you the good energy. People praying that when you're not even in the midst of the prayer, you know what I'm saying? When you don't even know.
That second back surgery I had?
Yeah.
They made me get up and walk like the second day.
Mm-hmm.
The second day after the surgery. So the first day they just made me stand up and walk to the chair that was in the room.
Yeah.
Cool. That ain't about shit. Got up, took 3 steps because I'm tall, sat down, got back up, got back in the fucking bed.
Mm-hmm.
See, mine was there the entire time, right?
Yeah.
So that third day, that second time that she got me, when the specialist came in and got me to stand up with the walk and walk, this time I walked out the room and down the hallway.
Yeah.
In my mind, because I'm in pain and I don't really want to do this shit.
Right.
I'm not thinking about how important or how big of a step this is compared to what I just went through was.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it's good having those advocates around, because, like I said, my mom in the background, as the woman's walking with me, and I got the walker. She's behind me recording, going, "Oh, look at God! Oh, that's a blessing. That's because again, in her mind, she knows she's been seeing me walk around fucked up,
right,
no doubt, over, can't stand up straight. She's heard me yell out in the middle of the night because my shit killing me, like something wrong.
So it's become the norm for her.
Me. No, for me it was a norm.
I'm talking about for her to see.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Like once she saw me walking up straight,
I got you.
She ready to catch the Holy Ghost.
Just shout.
She ready.
Dim 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 dim.
She ready for that.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm going, man, chill out, man. This ain't that major, because fuck, this shit hurt.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go lay down anyways.
Right.
At the time, but now I've had time to sit back and kind of look at it. I'm going, you do realize that surgery in itself, that procedure in itself could have ended with you being paralyzed. Like, one slip of the hand, one snip of the wrong thing, I could have woke up off that operating table and been paralyzed from the waist down
and been crooked.
You see what I'm saying? But 2 days later, I'm walking.
Right.
Even if it is with help, even if it is slow as hell, I'm walking. So it's like sometimes, like you said, it's not just that you need those advocates because you're not by yourself.
Right.
You also need them because you need somebody else, like you say all the time, somebody with a different perspective than yours.
That's right.
When you're in it, you can't. When you're in it, you don't see everything. All you see is what's right there in front of you, wherever you're looking at.
Right.
You can't. You don't. You're not paying attention to the totality of it. All you know is the pain, the foolishness that's going on with the shit that you're going through. Everybody else can look at you and be like, man, like I said, my mom look at me like, man, boy, you was last time I saw you walking, you was bent over, you couldn't stand up straight.
Right.
You was in all kind of pain. I said, yeah, you still in pain now, but you walking.
Yeah.
Like and
that's
like
heavy.
And in the first surgery, like that was outpatient. The first one was outpatient. I was in there that morning, out that afternoon.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The doctor even told me then, because let me tell you how stupid I was at 18. When the doctor after they did the MRI and they saw that my spinal nerve was being pinched by the disc being ruptured.
Yeah.
He literally was telling me about all the things that could go wrong. He was like, well, you know, this could happen, this could happen. Everything this man said, he told me, man even told me I could be paralyzed. And this was an outpatient surgery.
Yeah.
He told me I could be paralyzed. I was like, that's fine, I understand, whoop the whoop. The next thing that man said was, yeah, you could possibly not be able to use your. I was like,
Johnson?
I was like, whoa.
Your Johnson?
Whoa.
Oh, nigga. He tripping.
Nigga, I was like, I don't know about this surgery. I might just have to be fucked up for a little while, rest of my life. I'm like, this, I don't know. But 18, I don't know. That's almost my whole world right there.
Yeah, 18,
yeah. I think that's how I'm supposed to lead now. I ain't know no better. Forgive me. I was young and dumb.
See, nah. That's my that's how I am right now.
Listen, I was like, man, no.
At 27. All right, don't worry about it. Keep moving.
27.
27.
Bet.
All right.
So, like, I mean, they said it's good to have those advocates.
Wait, hold up.
Plus 20. Anyways.
Nevertheless.
Yeah.
Trying to take a shot.
So, like, but having those, like, the point is, like, having those advocates to give you a different perspective so that you can see what you may not be able to see while you're going through it.
Right.
Like, that goes a long way. Because even if you don't see it in the moment while they're trying to give it to you.
Yeah.
Once that pain kind of subsides a little bit, once your nerves kind of calm down a little bit, and you start thinking about what they told you, and you start actually.
Because at that point, you're actually in fight, flight, freeze. That's the mode of operandi you're in. You're going to either fight, it's going to be, I'm running from this, or you're going to freeze and get got.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So, again, there's importance in all of these factors and or factors. But hey, guys, if you haven't done so already, take this opportunity to subscribe via our YouTube channel, like, and hit that bell notification so you can be a part of what's going on with the EG My Journey podcast, up front and behind the scenes. We're gonna start putting up some of these bloopers. We've been recording for a lot longer than
you're not gonna put them
it's gonna be up.
You're not gonna put the good ones up.
I'm gonna give y'all some good stuff, but not everything. You can't have everything.
I'm gonna give y'all a rated G one.
I need some stuff. I need some for the archives. You dig? But again, I told you I was gonna give you some more information on Mr. Snyder here. So go back. Here's all of his information yet again. Shaun Snyder, the founder and CEO of Jarware, which is Just a Reminder. You can also catch him at justareminderware@gmail.com. And you can follow him on Facebook at Jarware, JARWEAR, and on Instagram at Just a Reminder Where. All right, that's it. So we're gonna get up out of this joint. It's about time. All right. So y'all on the social media right now that's looking at us live. What you can't see or you can't hear this music that's playing in our ears. We jamming right now. Let me see. Take that light out of there. Oh, but look, keep it locked right here. And I want to let y'all know that we got another episode coming every Tuesday. That's every Tuesday. Keep it deuces.